Thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Well, Tommy. Long time no see. We're back for episode 350 of the Massenomics podcast, recorded live from Western, Northeast, South Dakota. My name is Tanner.
And my name is Tommy. I got to give us props for, last week our episode was so good. We kept the mojo going, wearing the exact same outfits this week.
Yeah, it's like we're like baseball players. Once you find something that works, you can't change it.
Well, I think they have uniforms, so I think they have to wear a uniform.
That's why they wear them the same.
Yeah,
I always thought it was like a superstition
just a weird
thing.
coincidence.
That they just wear the same thing. And like they're all the same, too. That was weird.
The more you know.
Okay. Now I'm just completely thrown off by the change. Baseball's a way different sport than what I was thinking.
We're not really baseball guys here either.
Yeah.
So.
You know what we are guys of, though?
What's that?
Juggernaut AI. We both use Juggernaut AI for our training, have been for many, many months now. You can find our rave reviews and such places as Juggernaut Instagram handle, where we actually give a legitimate review of our thoughts on the program. And part of what we discussed there is how we like that it's like having a coach in the palm of your hand. And it really is. Like, that's kind of a catchy thing to say. But it really does kind of feel like you have a coach in the palm of your hand when you use Juggernaut AI. The way that and sometimes it's even beyond that, though. I'd say the way that it's adjusting even faster than
a coach would.
Right. And we both take advantage of that, have for many months now. You can take advantage of it too. When you do, make sure to head over to juggernautai.app on your browser. Don't go through the App Store, go to the browser, get signed up, use discount code Massenomics. That'll save you 10% for the lifetime of your membership. Ends up being about $30 a month after your discount code, which is a value buy for what you're getting. You'd actually be stupid not to do it. Go get signed up. Use it just like we do. It has the official Massenomics stamp of approval.
I have nothing to add to that.
I said it all.
You covered it all.
Yeah.
Just do what Tanner said there.
Do you have something else to add about something else, though?
I do have something else about something else.
Okay.
That's something else.
That's where I hope we were going next with something else.
This episode is done. You got it all. This episode is also brought to you by Texas Power Bars. Buddy Caps first started lifting weights in the late 60s and began powerlifting in the mid 70s. At the time, he was working for Image Barbell, building gym equipment. Around 1976, a local machine shop started making Olympic bars, so them calling it the Image Bar. In 1977, Image Barbell became Champion Barbell. It was then that Buddy started looking at the bars with an intent of changing them for the better. In 1979, Buddy bought his first lathe. I can't talk, Tanner. I can't talk today. First lathe to begin addressing the known issues. In 1980, his passion, drive, and purpose now had a greater mission. Buddy set out on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he'd ever seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was strong as a house with the best knurling and was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, and world powerlifting records have been and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. To learn more about Texas Power Bars and buy one of their legendary bars, visit TexasPowerBars.com.
Then another thing, make sure to check out. Go ahead.
Check out what? No.
Oh, can you guess what I'm going to say? You might not know.
Massenomics?
Check out Massenomics. We had our this week, right? We had our new drop with the.
Well, technically, it was last week.
Okay, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right. You're right. It's this time warp that we're living in. We had the
addition by subtraction.
It's not what you know; it's who you know.
Time is a flat circle.
Gotcha. We had our new 2023 calendar, including phases of Moon of no extra charge. And when I say no extra charge, I mean the whole thing is of no charge because you get it for free with any order for the first 200 or 250 orders. So if we haven't hit that yet,
the definition of no extra charge.
That's no extra charge. And then we had the Massenomics pennant flag made from felt, and it kind of says Massenomics on it.
Yeah, what was that word? Harkens.
It harkens. A lot. It harkens back to ways of old.
Yeah, it'll harken your room.
Yeah, it really it took my room from 0 to harken.
Yeah. Full harken. Yep.
It gives me a full hark on.
Yeah, full harken, baby. So get one of those pennant flags too.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, the re-release of the Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat tee.
If there's any of those left, with the ordering that we're recording these episodes, it's
There's a good chance that could be gone.
Yeah,
it's always been a bit of a hot commodity around
She's
these
hot,
parts.
hot.
That one has also some strong harkening powers to it.
It does too.
So if any of those are left, we encourage you to go buy those. By the time this is out, what day is it? The 17th or something?
Yeah.
You might be able to get it in time for Christmas still if you're listening to this and you're on top of
the
it.
19th now, something like that.
Okay. Well, just order it anyways.
Yeah. Hot. And then make sure to go check out Massenomics.bingo. Exciting news.
Yes.
Exciting new news on Massenomics Bingo. You can now all play along too in the ever exciting weekly version of Massenomics.bingo.
And that's actually a website, Massenomics.bingo. Like we're not just saying like weird words together. Like there is an actual website that is Massenomics.bingo. No .com, just .bingo.
Yeah.
And
it's not Massenomics.bingo.com.
It's too many dots.
Yeah, it's Massenomics.bingo.
And you can go there, and we have a live Massenomics bingo card that you can play along to the show.
Each week.
Yes, each week. The card, I believe, randomizes every time you refresh the page, doesn't it?
Yeah, or does it just... I guess it must each time.
I think it's each time you refresh the page, it randomizes. So you can be rest assured that no one's cheating. It's all random.
Right.
But it's full of all of our wacky catchphrases.
So if we were to say, ooh, now that's a crispy crack.
There
and you have that slot.
Chris Dam and Chris however you say his name.
That's actually a bingo square. What you just said, that's a bingo square.
I know.
Or if we say,
let's get him on the horn.
Yeah, that's a square. So we could have just gave someone a lot of freebies right there this week.
Squares off the Massenomics bingo card right now if you want to play along.
And if you get a bingo, or even so you listen to the whole episode and you mark down whatever phrases you see at the end of it, take a screenshot of that, share it to your Instagram story, tag us so we can share it around. And especially if you get a bingo, and you order from us while supplies last, we will send you a free calendar.
And we do have to give credit where credit is due. Big Nate made the dream alive.
Yes.
Come alive here.
So Big Nate, one of our lead unpaid interns, certainly one of our lead unpaid interns. And when we say make it came alive, he literally did everything, the entire thing from start to finish.
Like all of it. I guess technically we came up with most of the catchphrases.
That's true.
But
We did the heavy lifting.
Outside of that, he did everything else.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't believe it was real the first time I saw it.
It's real and it's spectacular.
It's very impressive. So I think he's probably starting some type of influencer bingo card business, I would imagine.
Yes.
Because this is a hot commodity.
Yeah, you can go along and play, and while you're listening to this, it'll populate episode 350, and you can actually hit play. You can go there and listen to the episode through there. You hit play on the episode, it'll just start playing the most recent episode. And
that's right. Yep.
If you get a bingo, it gives you our infamous cool beans. It plays the double cool beans. You get the double cool beans if you get a bingo.
And you're also greeted when you load the site too.
What is it?
Gino greets
Oh,
you.
the Gino
Yeah.
Massenomics. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. So check it out at Massenomics.bingo. Go get yourself a bingo. Bingo! I have a little sack follow-up from last week.
Okay. I did have a question though, Tanner. I've noticed you're committing a bit of a social media faux pas right now.
What is it?
You have not posted your AI portraits yet. What are you?
Oh, gosh. I think I don't think I'm going to
Did they get lost in the mail?
Yeah. I'm more so like the memes I've seen of people posting AI portraits, of like they're like Alan Thrall posted some shitty, like, obviously like pencil sketch drawing of himself.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I guess I did have thoughts on how to make a funny joke out of that, but then I already saw several people hit on some of the jokes I
know it's hard to.
Like,
It is as far as trends go, it's a pretty hard hitting trend at the moment.
True.
You don't see too many trends.
It's hard.
Hit this hard on Instagram.
But I bet
nowadays.
it's going to be hard and fast and gone.
Probably.
I think, well, especially by the time this episode comes out.
Well, but best case scenario would be actually, because right now it's all doing the same thing where all guys get like the
Jacked.
astronaut,
Yeah.
the jacked version, like an anime version, and like one or two other things. Then this wave will be done, and actually by the time this episode's out, that's probably done already. That wave's probably already gone. But what'll be the next one is it'll be like, oh, we'll make you look like an animal, and people will be like, oh, hell yeah, and like people will be all over that one. It'll just be how many themes they can come up with to keep people interested.
Sounds like a clever plot just for Russia and China to get more of my information, if you ask me.
More of my selfies.
I don't know what the hell they're doing with them. But
Well, I think if you post on Instagram and say, I declare these selfies belong to me and no one else, then they can't have them.
I do not own the rights to this music. Yeah.
All right. This is the follow-up to the sack.
Well, actually, before that, there's actually additional items here. This got this in the mail.
Someone wrote something pretty nicely on that.
This is to the Massenomics crew.
Yeah.
It was a graduation announcement. Do you want to check this out?
I do. Oh. Yep. I saw this online. Okay. Big Tristan Oakley, Doctor of Chiropractic. Wow. Graduated from Logan University, St. Louis, Missouri.
Big Tristan, longtime podcast listener, maybe even probably more well known for being one of the main faces behind open powerlifting for a long time. I don't know how active he is now. Maybe he's just as active as ever, and I'm just not sure. But
that's a good question. I used
maybe
to
became a chiropractor and said, I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I used to be kind of be in that community a little bit too, and it's been years. You get busy and then you kind of disappear.
Well, I think this to open powerlifting's credit, I think it feels like they kind of just got to where they needed to get,
it does
and now
feel
it's just like maintenance.
Yeah, it does feel like now they just have 100% knowledge, and it is just now at this point. Well, okay, now the marketing's done. Now we just need to enter meets forever until
we
the
just
end of time.
enter the current meets as they come up because we kind of got all the back catalog. It's all
I'm
there.
sure there's still a back catalog though.
Yeah,
there has to be.
But it's feels pretty comprehensive.
Oh, it has to be so much smaller.
Yeah.
Than it was a couple years ago.
So that's pretty cool. Graduation.
Yeah, congrats, Tristan.
I'll hang this
Awesome,
up in
man.
the gym so everyone can see it.
People like that.
So everyone will go, who is that?
Yeah.
Then next, I don't know if you saw, I got this. This isn't it. This is just a card from it. It's from Executive Fit. It's a new sign for the gym.
Oh, I just saw the pictures.
Yeah. And he said, Massenomics team, thank you for the business. It has been really cool watching you guys grow with the business over the years. Stay frosty from Big Nate at Executive Fit. And by now I will have posted something to our Instagram and you will have seen the sign that we ordered from Executive.
The picture you showed me looked really good though.
It's cool. It's super cool. I don't really know how to explain the kind of sign that it is for sure. But
for people that don't know Executive Fit, they'll just make like a custom
I think he'll
sign
make
of
damn
almost
near
any
anything
kind,
you
right?
want. Yeah.
And so
you just tell them what you want.
The sign we made says Massenomics Gym. Is that?
It just says
Massenomics,
Massenomics, then Lift Hard,
Live
Live Easy. I think it's Massenomics with the logo and then Lift Hard, Live Easy. But the Massenomics and logo are both
The letters
raised.
are raised. There's this dimension
And the Lift
to
Hard,
this.
Live Easy is cut in. So it
okay.
really has a kind of a cool look. Got to figure out where to put that. Got a lot of stuff to put on the
I want
walls
to see
at
that thing in
Massenomics
person.
Gym. Okay. Then now let's get back to the sack from last week. This was from Big Daniel and the boys over at Serious Steel Fitness. He sent us the last week we
Just
drank
absolutely
a Fresca
delicious
mixed
vodka spritz Fresca mix. Yeah, amazing stuff.
And then he also said in this box is some bands for you and the boys to use in the gym from Serious Steel Fitness out of Northeast Southwest Virginia. And what he sent us, obviously, is some bands.
Nice.
A whole bunch of bands. And I was stoked about this. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. We'll do some...
We have plenty of bands in the gym that have seen better days.
Oh, we have some bands that have been put through the serious ringer, haven't they?
Sweet.
So we'll get these put in
hooked it
there,
up.
get them put to use. They got us a few Serious Strength Fitness stickers that will go up all over the gym as well, of course.
But these are Serious Steel bands,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I actually said that wrong, didn't
Okay.
I? Haven't been saying that the whole time.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We'll fix that in post.
Either
Serious
way,
Steel
hooked
Fitness.
it up. Good stuff.
It's Serious Steel, but they also have some serious strength.
And
over
now this is the part of the episode where we wrap these bands as tight as we can on us and try to record the rest, right?
there. That's what I had planned. All right. So that is the follow-up to our sack segment that we had this week. We got a few things this week, one of which is we are going to play Has He Seen It? We missed that last week. We also have an over-under for this week that we'll finish with.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Obviously, we have over-under. We're going to talk about, this is episode 350, the last one in what we consider to be Studio 6.0.
Yeah. Studio 6.0. Sounds like that's supposed to be like a nightclub or something.
It does sound like a nightclub. And then there was one other kind of key topic that I skirted around there.
Massenomics year in review game.
That's kind of the highlight of this
gonna be
episode. That's what I'm most excited about. Yes. Do you want to play Has He Seen It first?
Sure. Let's do it. I've been kind of on a heater right now, so.
Well, we can take this two-way. Actually, I'm throwing a curveball at you this week.
What?
Throwing a curveball this week.
Is it all made for TV movies?
No, that'd be tough.
That would be very hard.
Movies. I actually do think once I finish, say, we go through all the years, I will do some things like we'll just do straight up Disney movies. Could be, some different ways to add in more categories. But what we did, we started at 1990. We've gone through the years to find out if he's seen some of the popular movies from those years that I've kind of handpicked. So we've gone through 1990 to 1997. I do have 1998 prepared, but we're going to throw a quick curveball here. Okay. We're going to go 1989.
Whoa, all right.
So we're going to go back one year from the start, just to keep people guessing.
All right.
Purely to keep people guessing.
Year I was born. Here we go.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics. But I wasn't going out picking like hard, because
still, I was pretty bad in the early 90s. I was not good.
I will say this: you will know all of these movies. Absolutely.
And if I don't, it's still a win, because if you can explain any movie like you explained Face Off. I was reading that quote, laughing so hard. I think it was Big
Daniel that made that.
Oh my God.
Really funny.
I was laughing very hard reading that.
They cut their faces off.
No, it's like they cut their faces, but they switch. The whole thing is
John Travolta is,
and it's so funny because I remember you explained it to me. Reading it, it's almost like I can't even understand. Yeah. And when you're explaining to me, I'm like, I totally get what you're saying.
It's all about the context of the delivery. When you see it in a funny black and white quote with an actual quotations, it really makes you look stupid.
Like, I kind of thought, no, there's no way he said that. But then when I thought about it more,
no, that's his way. I realized
he was kind of thinking out loud. That is probably exactly how he said it.
Yeah. Most of these out loud thoughts are not intended to be replicated speech quotes. Yes. So 1989, Has He Seen It?
Oh, should I put a guess in for number I'm going to get?
Yeah,
here?
I got it.
How many did you say we're doing?
7.
I'm going to go 4.
For reference, in 1990, you got 2. In 91, you got 1.
Oh, God. Okay, maybe I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3
but
here.
I think these are... I picked fairly. Okay, 3. So 1989, Have You Seen It? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I have, actually. Yes. Okay. Yes. I cannot remember the difference between the first and the second one, though.
I think the second one is Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, or something like that.
Was that? Or was that like the third one?
Maybe that is too. Or I think.
What's the one with the ants in the backyard?
That's the first one.
Oh, it is. Okay.
The first one is the one, and like the oatmeal cream pie, Little Debbie snack cake. And the Lego piece that they sleep in.
Yep.
And, the lawn mower going through the grass.
Yes.
God, most of those things are the first one that you would think about when think about those movies, I think.
God, that was 89, huh? Oh, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves in 97.
Yeah. Wow, that was quite the gap.
Well... But there might...
Oh, there was one in between, possibly.
Yeah.
But the first one is...
Oh, no. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid is the 92 sequel.
Oh, they make him really big or something.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a baby? Don't they make a baby
something
really
like
big?
that. That's garbage. Yeah,
I don't really remember that one. I have seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, though. Probably honestly saw it when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it, but I do know I have seen it.
Okay. He has seen it. Off to a great start, 1 for 1. This next one, I'll be curious. To be fair... If I answered fairly the way you answered, the second one I have not seen it. I've seen parts of it and stuff like that, but
never truly watched it.
I would not say I've seen it. Have you seen it? Roadhouse.
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure what one that
Patrick
even is.
Swayze.
Oh,
is
no.
Roadhouse.
No.
Okay. very probably iconic 1989 film.
I gotta just see like what. I don't. What is this about?
I don't know. I haven't seen it really. Usually I've seen it, so
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is.
that's not where he's a bartender, right?
Well, it kind of looks like a bar, but also by judging at the movie poster, it kind of looks like they fight too.
Well, I think. Is it where he's the bartender?
Looks like there's some fighting and some love
Yeah.
making and an explode. Okay,
That's
this is a
that
pretty
sounds like
amazing
every-
movie poster.
That
See,
sounds
look
like
at-
every.
Look at those. It's that movie poster just covering its bases right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has-
like blowing up car, a sex
Yeah,
scene.
Patrick Swayze standing there leaning against a wall, and then there's a picture of him with his shirt off doing like kung fu. Then a picture of him holding a woman very tenderly, and then a picture of an exploding car. That's a great movie poster.
Sam Elliott co-stars as
Really?
bouncer, the mentor, friend, and foil of Swayze's character. Sam Elliott doesn't seem like a bouncer to me.
No,
It's like, y'all get
seems
out
like
of
a
here.
cowboy, and that's
Yeah.
it.
He kind of plays the same role no matter what he is,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
I do not know what this movie is at all.
Really? People are gonna roast you for that one.
They are.
You
I
haven't
just-
seen Roadhouse? I
I,
haven't seen it either. Like these two jackasses haven't seen
I'm
Roadhouse.
just totally out of the loop on this one. No idea.
One for two. Okay. Number 3. Have you seen it? Batman.
Okay, what
Let
one?
me help you out here. I
I gotta look at the
looked
movie
this up.
poster to know these.
Starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Okay, I know I've seen parts of this movie, but I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
Okay.
Like I don't think I ever have.
So you're gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no. I have.
But
not
you're
seen
aware of the movie.
it. I'm aware of it. Once you said Jack Nicholson is the Joker, that's
Right.
I do.
I think it's a pretty decent Batman, other than the fact that it's just old at this point, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how well it holds up, but I think at the time considered a pretty good Batman.
Wasn't there? Okay, was there like a Batman, like a live action Batman on like a Nick at Night kind of thing way back then? Do you
Well,
know what I'm
that's
talking about?
possible.
With like Robin, didn't they have like kind of goofy outfits on? Like it was very.
Are you thinking of Adam West and where it's like, pow, 1960s
that.
Batman?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, here, this one right here, that one.
Yeah, that's like 1960s Batman.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
Would have been
Yeah,
on
that's,
like a Nick at Night or something like that. Right?
That's Adam West is Batman, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Adam.
I don't
You
even
know
know.
Mayor West from Family Guy.
Oh, really? He is.
That's Adam West.
Oh,
That's the actor. Like
Yeah.
Mayor West. That is Adam West, who is a real actor who was Batman
oh, I didn't know.
in like
that.
the live action. That's like like I don't know. I'm saying 60s. Maybe it's 70s. but-
66 through 68.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and it's all where it's like kapow
Mhm.
and
yep.
bang.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Mayor West is Adam West. And like there's a few Batman references in there.
It is
throughout
so
the-
funny how that was like an outfit at one point.
Yeah.
How far we've come.
Yeah. So you have not seen Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack
I
Nicholson.
don't think I have.
One
no.
for 3. So I think you're tracking for that number 3 number right now. Have you seen it? It's usually a no for sports movies. This is kind of a comedy
Oh,
sports
boy.
movie. So we'll see. Have you seen it? Major League.
I have seen Major League.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
Because you'd consider
it is more of a
that's-
comedy.
Right,
than-
right.
Yeah, because I remember watching that. My friends saying we're gonna watch this baseball movie, and I'm thinking, oh, not a baseball movie.
Yeah.
But like, oh no, this was a funny baseball movie. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yep, I have seen. I've actually seen. I think is there 3 of them?
Probably at least, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen in all of them.
Yeah, Wild Thing, right?
Yeah.
There's 99.
Yep.
I don't know if he's in all of them or not. And then is it Wesley Snipes? Is he in there? I
Yes,
think it's
Blade. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've for sure seen 2 of them at some point in my life. I don't remember any of them very good right now, but I do remember I did watch them. When I
Oh,
was
and it's
younger.
Joe Boo is the one guy. He's
the voodoo guy.
the voodoo guy. He's like and his voodoo doll is called Joe Boo.
Oh, is that what it
And
was?
he's like he like makes sure that he's like doesn't give his bad juju because I think he like can't hit the curveball. Classic baseball reference. The big guy that can't hit the curveball.
Yep.
He hits dingers but strikes out every time because of the curveball.
Yep. There's always one of those.
Yep. So that's 2 for 4. 3 left. You only need 1 out of the last 3 to be good. I'll be curious on this one. We're going comedy again, 1989. Have you seen it? Weekend at Bernie's.
I've never seen
Bernie.
Bernie, right? My dog's right here. I've never seen it. I do remember it used to be on Comedy Central quite a bit, and catching pieces of it here and there. But I've never seen the whole thing.
But you're familiar with the scene
concept of
like,
yes, and it's just the dead guy. And,
Yeah,
I mean it's the whole thing of like every time you'd be in college, you'd have a friend passed out.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's Weekend at Bernie's.
Bernie's.
You're just doing stuff to it's.
And it's like I haven't seen it, but I get it.
I get what's going on here. He's like dead, but we're all having fun.
No one's real alarmed by it.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Have not seen it though.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen Weekend at Bernie's. And also there's at least a couple of them too.
Is there?
Because I'm thinking of the one where he gets hypnotized and starts dancing around. Like, because some of it is just like they're like propping him up and making him look alive and stuff. It might have been even the second one that like he gets like voodoo or something again, like someone voodoo's this dead Bernie. And like then every time like conga music plays, he gets up and dances. So then like they're at a party in this Congo line and the music starts playing and he gets up and he's dancing and he is leading the Congo line. And then
like
there's
a zombie basically.
Yes, but he's like voodooed zombie. So every time that this starts, he gets up and dances like that. And as soon as the music stops, he falls down. And I remember this scene. This woman starts like is in a fight. Oh, I've used this in a Massenomics meme. That's why I know this. This woman gets in a fight with her meathead boyfriend at this party. And she's like, you get away from me. I don't need you anymore. And then there's a Congo line that starts and dead Bernie gets up and is dancing and like is like ironically, the life of the party. And everyone falls in with them. And the girl's right behind him and she's like dancing with them the whole time. And like the music keeps playing and he kind of leaves the Congo line, but he's still dancing. And they go out onto this beach. It's like at a resort and they're out on the beach and he's still doing the dance and she's talking the whole time. And he's like, he's not speaking. He's a dead guy. And she's like loving how he's just like, such a good listener, but then just so like easygoing. And then the music stops and he falls over like dead on the beach. And then I don't really remember what happens.
Wow.
That's Weekend at Bernie's.
I don't remember that meme either, though. Maybe if I saw
I
it,
didn't use any of the Bernie thing. I just used the conversation of the meathead guy, and because he says something like, "Do you have any idea how much I can bench?" or something like that.
Okay.
And that's all I've used of it.
Gotcha.
But I had to refresh the whole scene at the time. So you have not seen Weekend at Bernie's.
Have not.
Okay, we get into a couple classics here.
All right.
A little bit of Spielberg.
Okay.
Some of this stuff.
Okay.
How do you feel about Spielberg?
Well, I'm a little iffy on some of them.
Okay.
As far as the ones I've seen. So.
Okay, so we're 2 for 5.
Yep.
2 left here.
I need one.
Couple
to hit the
hard
quota.
hitters, but I don't know if I can see you've seen them both or seen neither of these. Number 1, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Okay.
Do you need to know what the Last Crusade is?
I do need to know, yes.
That is the whole where they go to the Indy's dad is a Holy Grail chaser.
Yep.
And gets lost on the search for the Holy Grail. So Indy goes after him and eventually pursues the Holy Grail himself.
Okay.
And he goes through and
So it's the one with the Holy Grail.
it's the one with the
Yep,
Holy
okay.
Grail.
Yep. I have seen that one.
Okay.
Actually,
Do you think you've seen most of them?
I think I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I know I've seen Temple of Doom. So,
Yeah.
and I did see the Crystal Skull too. So maybe I have seen
Crystal
I know
Skull.
it doesn't really
Yeah.
count, but so I think I have seen all Indiana
Okay.
Jones.
I could have
movies.
seen you saying you haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
movies.
I didn't watch that until I didn't watch it in 1989. I can tell you that.
Right.
But yeah, I have seen that one.
I think this one was the third.
Was it really? Yeah, because I think Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first one, wasn't it?
I don't know.
And
the
I think
first
Temple
one.
of Doom was second one.
Okay.
I believe so.
I liked the Last Crusade one though. I liked the Holy Grail storyline part of it.
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark was 81, Temple of Doom 84, and Last Crusade 89. Yeah.
So you're 3 for 6. You've hit your number.
3. There we go.
This last one is to possibly beat your number. I feel the same about this one as I did Indiana Jones. It really fits in with Indiana Jones in my mind. So have you seen it? Back to the Future 2.
Okay, Back to the Future 2 is the one where they go to the future.
They go
right?
to the future
Yeah.
where Biff is like a successful businessman,
Yep,
and like
and he's got
you know,
his-
he's wearing, and he's on the hoverboard.
The hoverboard, that's
the
what I was gonna say,
hoverboard,
the
and the
hoverboard
shoe.
and the
You know, the
shoes.
shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that one. It's been a long time since I've seen that
Okay.
one too. I've seen the first one way more.
Right.
Like I've maybe seen the second one like
Have you seen the
once or
third one?
twice.
Old West, Wild Wild West.
I forgot about that one.
The train. They have to push the DeLorean with the train to
I'm
get
not
it up.
actually sure if I've ever seen that whole one. I
Okay.
for sure have seen parts of it, but
I like the third one too, but the first one's the best.
that's the
The
one.
second one has interesting parts though with
Yeah.
this future, and like it's the is that the almanac then? Is that the second one? The sports
I thought
almanac.
the almanac wasn't in the first one.
The
Well,
almanac.
that wouldn't really make sense to be in the first one, would it?
Right. It wouldn't, would it? Well, it could too, because if you were in 1985 and you brought an almanac back with you to the past, you'd know who won all the.
But I thought they were trying to take the almanac.
I
either
think
way-
the almanac might get involved in both of them. I'm not actually sure
Either
about
way,
that now. That's
I just remember as a kid
confusing
thinking
to me.
like, oh, in my brain, because I'd never heard the word almanac. In my
Yeah.
brain, almanac tells the future. And then I remember seeing in a store an almanac. I'm like, what? How is that there?
Like,
that thing
is this-
knows the
you
future.
can just buy
What the hell?
this?
Like it was such a trip for me. I
Yeah.
did not get it. It's more of a log of what
Yeah,
happened than
right,
anything.
right.
So yeah, that was as a child very confusing for me. What the hell an almanac actually was? Not this fortune telling device.
Yeah. Do you know what makes time travel possible?
Oh, the DeLorean going.
Well, but what part of the DeLorean?
The flux capacitor.
Yeah, it's the flux capacitor.
There you go. Yep.
Do you know how much power it requires to run the flux capacitor?
89.
Well, that's the speed. You have to get up to 88
Okay.
miles per hour, but it takes approximately 1.21 gigawatts.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah. I would have never remembered that
Yeah.
number.
But you have seen,
Yes.
you said too. I think the hoverboard, pretty iconic part of that.
And
right?
the shoes too. You know,
yeah, the
Nike,
shoes.
Do you know
they
Nike
came
made
out
the
with
shoes?
it. Yeah, I think I saw those on a episode of Slobby Robbie or whatever.
Yeah,
that
they are
show
actually
was.
some of the most expensive Nikes you can buy. Those things are very, very rare and expensive.
How expensive what would you guess they might cost?
well, I
Or
guess it
like
probably-
thousands.
Oh yeah. I was gonna
Like
say
tens of
I was gonna
thousands.
say at least 10 grand. Let's just see right now. Actually, if
What are they called?
I don't know if they're just called Back to the Futures or not. Nike Back to the Future shoes. Oh yeah, the Air Mag. There you go. The ones that are showing here between 41,000 and 115,000.
Not bad.
A very modest price. These are 67,000.
Oh, I also think we're past the year that they went to.
Oh, I think we are. Yeah,
We're past it. I know we talked about that on the podcast.
I think it was actually
one time.
relatively recently, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I thought I remember seeing a lot of memes and things
Yeah,
about
that came up at one point in time. So we're past that year. People kind of wear those sunglasses like that.
Sort of, yeah. Actually, and it was pretty big in the 80s, so I don't
Right.
think that was that crazy of a. But yeah, the Air Mag Back to the Future. Just looking on StockX, they have 3 pairs in stock. Someone's asking 150,000 for the 7, 114,000 for the 11, and the size 13 they're asking 150,000. So
Oof.
if you got some money sitting around,
Oof, duh.
you know where to spend it.
Don't sign me up for that. Let's see. I wanted to let you listen in on a little something, Tommy. Actually, as long as we're here, maybe we should let everyone listen in on it.
It's not just me.
Yeah, well, this won't be a personal thing. It's a little equipment company that I liked. They make some pretty good plates, some go-to.
This is the Strength Company. We've set out to build a better barbell plate on American soil. We ended up here at Wisconsin's legendary Wapaka Foundry. With over 60 years of ironworking experience, the foundry had the knowledge, technology, and processes to build our weights to our exact specifications. The Strength Company plates are slim but rugged, smooth but easy to grip, and electro-coated for durability and to look great in your gym. This is the next generation of American iron. Only available from the Strength Company.
The Strength Co. plates. Check them out online at the Strength Co. Just search the Strength Co. You'll find those plates right there. Go to them and purchase them. You can also check out the strength code this upcoming year at places such as the Arnold Sports Festival in March in Columbus, Ohio, and hopefully at the Massenomics powerlifting meet in Western Northeast South Dakota in July, on July 22nd.
Start sending them messages saying, I want you to be at the meet.
Yes. Also find their plates in such places as the warm-up room of the Massenomics powerlifting meet.
Or the Massenomics gym.
When you do the tour when you're here for the powerlifting meet.
I am at a bit of a disadvantage in the fact that I don't have any fancy music for my ads. I just have to rely on
old-fashioned
faithful over here.
Old tried and true.
This episode is also brought to you by Bearfoot Shoes. Grr, baby. Most shoes harm your mobility by over-restricting your foot's natural movement. Barefoot shoes are designed to make you Randy.
Can we just do barefoot as all Austin Powers references now? Like that's what the Grr baby now just means. Barefoot shoes is all Austin Powers references.
Barefoot shoes are designed with minimal restrictions so your feet can move the way they're supposed to. Two feet, Basil. Two. Move with more strength.
I swear they're not my shoes, baby.
This sort of thing ain't my bag. This sort of thing is my bag, baby. And that's Barefoot Shoes. They were founded by Chris Duffin, who attributes proper foot biomechanics as foundational to his success in squatting and deadlifting over 1,000 pounds for reps. Over 1 million pounds.
1 million. 1 million pounds isn't actually that much weight here in 2022.
It's pretty common. He helped create the company to provide a minimalist shoe that can be worn for anything from deadlifts to walking your dog. Go to www.barefoot.shoes to check out the best minimalist shoes available.
Who does Barefoot Shoes work for?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we're missing there.
Get in my feet.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Barefoot Shoes. Oh, and by the way, while you're over at Barefoot Shoes, looking for Austin Powers Easter eggs that probably don't exist, make sure to use code Massenomics to save 10% on your next order.
$1 million.
Yep. They'll probably ask for that ad so they can play it on
other
other
shows.
shows.
Do that? Yeah, can we get a cut of that? We're gonna use that as like a 3-minute long commercial spot.
We're gonna pay to put that on TV.
Yeah. I'm proud of that ad.
It's good. Okay, are we ready for the main event?
Yeah, is that what we're to?
I think is there are we ready to get into this or is there
we're almost at 40 minutes, so that means it is time to almost dive into this.
We're still kind of rushing along, but
I suppose for the sake of time, we'll just dive right in.
Okay, we can finally dive in.
Yeah.
It's not 40 minutes yet, but okay.
Diving in a little early, but what the hell?
Okay, so this dates back to, I believe it was in January this year. I didn't actually mark when it was, but I believe it was in January of 2022.
Okay.
I made a list of about 15 topics.
Dang.
15 things, and it was our Massenomics 2022 prediction list. And it was just, for the most part, things that directly related to Massenomics, the business, social media, the podcast, all that. Our guesses for what would happen for the year.
Okay.
And
it's going to be fun, isn't it?
We're
about ready to have a lot of fun, aren't we?
We are going to have a lot of fun. All these were yes or no answers. So it wasn't, there wasn't like, hey, give me the number here.
We kept it really trackable.
Yes. So there should be pretty minimal room.
We didn't ride the line, really.
No, I think these are pretty cut and dry. Yeah. So Tanner had forgot we even did this.
Yeah.
I put in a reminder on my phone. It worked perfect. I did also have Scance remind me, though, because he wanted to know. He sent me a message the other day, and I said, do not worry. The reminder is still there.
What's this called, then?
So this is the Massenomics 2022 prediction list follow-up.
Okay.
So we're going to finish the game here. This first one is very funny. So remember, this was done in January 2022. So we were looking ahead at the entire year. So the first
Feels
question,
like a whole lifetime ago.
First question: will the Arnold happen this year?
So we were talking about the Arnold that
Yeah,
we went to.
we were wondering if the art. Well,
in
I think
January we were wondering. Yeah,
it's
I
like,
guess
will it happen for sure? Tanner, you said yes.
I had to have said yes.
I
right?
didn't put my answer down, but I feel like that's because I said yes. Like
Right,
we were both so
right.
confident it was going to happen.
I think so, right?
But there was still like a little bit like
It's funny that
maybe-
we weren't positive. You know, it's worth
Doesn't
asking.
that seem like a lifetime ago now? All of a sudden,
Right.
that would ever be a question?
Because yeah, that is interesting.
Yes. So
But that was true. It did
yes,
happen.
It did happen. This one, I'm not. You might have to look. Maybe you might know off the top of your head. Question number 2, Massenomics 2022 prediction list. Dan Bell will set a new all-time world record.
Oh,
And this actually could use some clarification because I probably didn't take good enough notes because I'm not sure if that was all-time world record or all-time total. I want to say when I asked the question, it was along the lines of total.
I guess that's probably what we were thinking, right?
Yeah, because I don't think we were just going to say he just broke a record in one single lift.
Right.
I don't think he did this year, though. Did he?
I don't know. I'm checking open powerlifting for our open powerlifting stat of the week. Where's he at? There he is. Well, Daniel Bell, number 1. Just looking is like actually when so we were saying, geez, he competed quite a few times.
Has he
1,
competed like
2,
3 or 4
3,
times?
4, 5, 6 meets
No,
in 2022.
really? Wow, he
That's
just
what
had
it
one, didn't he,
says.
not that long ago?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna look at his totals here to see what.
Well, does it on the top? Doesn't it say his biggest total?
Right, it does. So
Does it say a date on it though? Or
no,
not?
it doesn't. But I can look at the numbers. So his biggest total raw is 2485.7, and in wraps is 2606.9. So let me see if that was any of these 2022 meets. So Ghost Clash is right there. I don't think he did.
Okay.
Had a lot of 2,500-ish meets, but I don't think he set a new all-time
world record this
no,
year.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
And I didn't think he did for sure, but
No.
it's hard to keep track.
And what did we say?
So we both said yes to that one, actually.
Okay. Kind of egg on our face, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we both have 1 point so far into this game.
Yeah.
All right. This next one's pretty good. A successful 1,000-pound pull will happen in a full power meet. Not only
Well,
has
that
there
happened, didn't it?
Not only has there been
Been
a successful,
smoked.
there's been multiple.
Yeah, and how much
1,000
did Grigsby deadlift? Wasn't it like 1,060?
70?
Okay, something like
1,070?
that. Yeah.
I mean, he had one meet where he had, was it 2 pulls over 1,000?
1,000. Yeah.
Like 2 successful pulls over
Yeah.
1,000?
I kind of remember us talking about that. I don't know if I bet I said yes.
You said no, and
Okay.
I also said no.
Oh,
Wow. look at
hindsight
us.
is 2020, isn't
Wow,
it?
it sounds crazy now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That weird. It's like, oh, how,
Yeah.
of course that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think Jamal has 1 or 2 even, doesn't
Does
he?
it? He might now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. There it is. We will be involved in a meet in a way that does not involve a booth.
So what we're getting at is that we were going to like put on a meet or
I think it was more the possibility of announcing or like doing some media stuff at a meet.
We were really looking at doing that, weren't we?
Yeah, some people had
We got
talked to us
offers on that and we kind of turned it down.
to be commentators or also like provide like some interview type media stuff.
Did we say no? I feel like I would have said no.
You said no,
Okay.
and I said yes to that one. Actually,
Okay. And we didn't.
we did not. No, we
Now
didn't.
I'm not. That's not really on our radar. That announcing thing. We
No,
kinda,
it doesn't sound quite as fun now, does it?
No. But now that we do have a 20, it will be true in 2023 because
that
we
technically
do have,
will be. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
It's not in the exact same vein of what we were discussing there, but
yes. So okay, so you're up. You're up on me. 2 points to 1 right now.
okay.
All right, next question. Massenomics will have a booth at 3 in-person events. We had the Arnold, we had the Sioux Falls meet, and you technically
pulled out the third one at the
CrossFit
CrossFit Rails.
You snuck the
so
third
we
one
did
in there.
it just for the sake of this game, wasn't it?
Yep. And Tanner, you said no, we will not do that. I said yes, we will do that.
You were right then.
So
The third one counts. I mean, it was
it was
a booth.
It was in fact a booth.
Yeah.
I actually, looking back, just through some bad timing and things. I mean, that number could have actually been much higher this year even.
Right.
It could have been maybe even 5 or more.
Yeah. I think 4 for sure. Could have definitely been 5.
Yep. So maybe next year that number will be bigger. Next question. Buddy Caps will be on the podcast.
I bet I said yes to that.
We both said yes.
Yeah, because if you ask me again for 2023, I'd say yes, it'll happen. I mean,
I know. That actually kind of blows my mind.
It's kind of sad that we haven't had them yet.
I know. I wish we did.
I'll be really looking forward to that one when it happens.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for that day, but unfortunately,
gotta wait a little longer again.
Okay, so no Buddy Caps, but hey, it gives us something to look forward to in 2023.
That's right. Don't want to do it to have too much fun all in one year.
Yeah, you got to space these things out. Okay. Next one, we're
marathon, not a sprint.
We're talking social media a little bit here now.
All right. I'm familiar.
We will hit 44,000 followers on Instagram.
We did that, right?
Yeah, I just checked. We're at 44.7.
Okay, I bet we said yes.
Well, one of us said yes. Which one of us said yes, though?
I said no, then I think.
Tanner said no. I said yes.
Okay. There's that Instagram follower thing really goes in waves, and I'm sure I was riding a low wave at that point.
We were hitting some low waves, and then we had some pretty high waves this year, actually. Things were going good for a while. And
back
then
to low wave again.
The brakes pumped hard.
I know. It's a weird thing. Like, it's almost unexplainable the way that works sometimes. And it's kind of always when you think, this is doomed and the number's never going to change. Then all of a sudden I can't tell you what happens.
Yep. And then there's months where it's like going so good and you go, all right, well, we kind of cracked the code again.
Yeah. It's actually, we're just going to go on.
It's happened enough times that we just know
it's going to slow down. Right.
It's just like, oh no, they're just throwing us a bone right now. That's all that's happening.
Right.
Next up, we will hit 500 podcast reviews.
Oh, we haven't.
What are we at? Do you know?
453 last time I checked.
Okay. And we have not pushed that very hard.
We haven't pushed it enough, have we?
No, we have not.
Were we optimistic on that one?
We both said yes. We thought we would. So we're
kind of tracking bad on that one, aren't we?
That's maybe the most we've been off on anything on this list.
So, shout out, please go leave us a 5-star podcast review. So we got to start getting closer to that 500 so we can really push it. Like, our problem is we just haven't gotten close enough to the 500 yet to really
make a real
push
run at
it, because we'll eventually make a push for it and you guys will respond and you'll do it, but we got to wait till we're close enough for the push to actually get us there, because it sucks to make a giant push for that and then be at 470 and it's like, oh, we kind of we threw all the gas we had on the fire.
We did everything we could, and we're still way short.
So help us out. Throw us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. If you've already done one before, borrow someone else's phone and leave us another one.
The next one revolves around Spotify.
Oh.
And I'm trying to find the number here.
5-star ratings on Spotify, because that was kind of the new thing, right?
I can't really see.
Can you? I bet I can tell.
Yeah,
unless something's changed. I don't really use Spotify, so sometimes I.
Oh, okay. I found it here. Okay. We said 300 Spotify ratings. We both said no. And we have 317.
Nice.
Wow.
And completely redeem ourselves.
Yeah. That actually kind of shocks me. I didn't think the number was that big.
Either. Big things going on at Massenomics on Spotify.
Those guys know what they're doing.
Spotify wrapped that.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's real good.
I mean, all you do is hit one little button.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
As long as you have
Leave us one of those. Let's get us up to 500 of those while we're at it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
It's very easy to do.
All right, next one. We're going to do some counting here. At least 42 guests on the podcast.
Oh, boy.
That's got to be actually kind of close, I think.
Yeah.
Easiest way is going to be to go to the website. Or actually maybe even YouTube and count thumbnails. But
oh, yeah. That would probably be the easiest way, huh?
Well, otherwise. Okay, I'm looking. This is the one I probably could have looked at ahead of time. Okay.
So what show are you starting with?
I'm starting at 348, and I'm just counting because not everyone you have to count them manually because not everyone has.
Yeah.
So one. Okay, people don't need to hear me. Tanner, you can just maybe talk for a moment, maybe.
Okay. Actually, while you're doing that, while you count, I'm going to hit supporting our supporting members. Supporting members is a relatively new segment to the podcast. And what it is, each month we like to give back to our supporting members. They choose to support us monetarily each month through our supporting membership program. You can find that on our website, in our store. If you want to find out more about it and the different levels you can sign up for. When you sign up, you get things like early access, early information to our drops. You get to find out what's coming before everyone else gets to find out. There's a discount code in there that you can use that's exclusive to you. We send you guys stuff that's exclusive to the supporting members. And then another perk is every week we give back to you guys a little bit by shouting you out on the podcast for things that we've picked up on you doing. So this week's members that we are supporting are Big Rich, won the Garage Gym Competition Ambassador Award. And go check out Garage Gym Competition. You can find out more of that award, what it all involves. But basically, he's just super active in it, did a cool job, big supporter, and kind of a prestigious award for Big Rich. So congrats, Big Rich. And then Big Eddie, Not the Mole, competed in his first sanctioned powerlifting meet. He hit a 425 squat, a 305 bench, and a 475 deadlift. That was a 1205 total for Big Eddie. So congrats on the first meet. Hopefully can roll that into even more success in the Massenomics powerlifting meet in July 22nd, 2023. And then last but not least this week, Big James, he had a meet in Newport where he hit a 480 squat, which is a 29-pound PR. He had a 374 bench and a 551 deadlift, which was a 22-pound PR for a 1405 total PR. Broke the 1,400-pound barrier for Big James. So congrats, Big James. Big meet, and congrats, everyone. Thank you to all of our supporting members, and we'd love to have more of you jump in. We've got, I think, approximately 3 spots open right now. So come join the party. Get signed up. Thank you. And Tommy is doing some of the final tallying for this question, and the question we're looking at is how many what was the number 42?
Yes. So the way I'm coming to my math right now is last week, episode 349, we hit 43 guests.
We did it.
But and that's being pretty conservative with it because I'm not counting like we had like a call out episode.
Right.
Where we had like 10 people on it.
Yeah,
I'm counting that as a 0.
Right.
And then also we had an episode where Ryan hosted with me and we had Kevin from Live Large.
Yeah.
That's technically almost 2 guests. I'm only counting that as 1.
Okay.
So I think we can safely say we hit 42. We probably actually hit closer to like 45.
Okay.
And also episode 300, we had like
Several.
5 people we called, and I'm only counting that as 1 there too. So, yeah, we did hit 42 for sure then.
And we both said yes.
But 42 was a pretty good over-under.
We were right there,
number. Yeah. Because I think we just said, well, 52 weeks in a year, that means like about once in a month we don't have a guest.
And that's kind of what we trend towards.
It is, kind of how it goes. So I better mark us down. I do got to say, though, it was really hard counting those when at the same time you were saying numbers.
I was thinking about that as I was saying. I was like 374, 29.
And then I'd say in my head 28, and then I hear you saying that, and then I'm like, oh, actually 28 says call in guest. What number did I said? I got to take 1 off. It was getting tricky. Okay, we got just a couple left here. Maybe the 2 most important ones on the entire list are left here. Tanner will use his unboxed pair of TR lights.
Oh, no.
No, you did not. But you did open the box up the other day.
I did, just for the sake of, I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I was cleaning out my closet. And actually what I was doing is purging the shirt pile. I purged the shirts.
Did you take any of them to the gym?
I haven't yet, but there is a pile.
I took some real goodies to the gym the other day.
I know you did, because I got a message from someone that said, hey, are these things available? You must have not wrote on this board.
I didn't write anything because I just know they're going to disappear.
Yeah, I think one person got them all, even maybe.
Do you know who it was?
Big Anthony messaged me and said,
I'm like, I feel like he
always gets your stuff.
He does somehow.
He has a knack of being like, was Tommy here?
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, he's also, a lot of the things I'm getting rid of are because they were too small for me.
Right.
And there's not a ton of guys in the gym that go there regularly that are like in that 180-ish pound range.
Right. Yeah.
There's probably other guys there, and they're like, yeah, there's no way I could fit these things. So
No, I've got a stack about like this. That I've probably got like 25 shirts because I haven't done it for a long.
for Daddy's home, it's gonna be Santa's home this year.
And I was I'm usually overly sentimental about my shirts, and I had so many that I'm like I can still be sentimental about a whole bunch of shirts.
I can't be sentimental about this many
right.
things.
And I'm like, I also can't be sentimental about this many things that don't fit me and probably never, they don't actually ever going to fit me in the comfortable way that I like them to fit me. So there's some goodies in there too.
Yeah.
There's going to be some lucky XL and 2XL people.
One of the perks of being a gym member, right?
Yep.
That,
one of the many
XL
perks.
and 2Xs, those will go fast.
Those are sweet spot. People suck those up. Yeah.
Yep. People will be all about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I didn't. I did when I was doing that. I took the TR lights out just to. I'm like, I kind of forgot what color they were even, and I looked at them like, oh yeah,
those are the color of mine.
Yeah,
and they kind of don't look like mine.
No, they don't look like yours at all.
I don't remember mine ever looking like that actually.
Right.
And now I don't wear mine ever. we're
got
Gur
Bearfoot
baby.
Shoes,
We're on that Gur train over
Very
here.
Gur.
And so I kind of honestly have erased from my brain what those even look like. So seeing those, it was a bit of a trip.
Yep. So fresh and so clean.
Very much so. All right, last one, most important one. We will podcast in December of 2022, and remember to cover these questions.
We did it. What
it.
did we say though? I bet we said yes.
We both said yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it could have slipped through the cracks. It didn't though.
Yeah. So according to my math here, Tanner, you got 5 right, and I got 6 right.
There was a 2-part question, really. A, we will be continuing to podcast in December of 2022, and B, we will remember this. Check and check. Mm-hmm. And what did you say? Did you beat me?
I did end up beating you.
How many did you get out of?
I got 6, and you got 5.
Out of how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow, that's not very good.
No, I mean, some of these were some real wild cards. Though.
Right.
I mean, a successful 1,000-pound pull had never happened in history.
Right.
Like, why is this year it was going to happen?
Right.
That's not I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. No, it won't happen.
That's a fun little game.
No, we'll have to do one for January now.
Yeah,
again,
so in like a few weeks here, we'll fire up our new guesstimates
instead
for what we think for 2023.
Instead of will the Arnold happen? Will the Massenomics powerlifting meet actually happen?
Yeah. Yes.
No, we'll make a list.
We'll check it twice and find out.
God, now it just feels like that was made in a different time in the world.
It was,
doesn't it?
It was a different time, wasn't it?
Wow.
It really harkens back to a different time.
A lot of hearkening.
Much like
a lot of
our
hearkening going on there.
Much like our felt pennant Massenomics flag that kind of says Massenomics.
Stall for a moment so I can blow my nose.
All right. I wanted to mention more about leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. The more we talk about it, the more I'd get excited for hitting 500, because we always do something big every time we hit one of the 100 markers on the podcast reviews. So just whatever you can do, hop on there, write us a little review. If you want to write something funny, that's great. You don't have to, though. If you want to just say, good job, guys, keep up the great work, I love what you guys do, and all the rest, that's fine too. Whatever you want to say in there, help us get there. I think we could probably hit 500 in early 2023 if we play that right. And then we could start to figure out what the big things that we'll have planned for that coming up. So hit us with that 5-star review, please. Then this is episode 350. We've dubbed this as Massenomics Studio 6.0. This will be our last episode recorded in 350 is officially our last episode recorded in what we've known as our primary studio for how many episodes have we been right here?
I was going to say, do you know what the first episode was here?
I don't. It would have been post-COVID, obviously, but maybe we were still out there for quite a while.
Yeah, I was going to say the first episode in this exact room actually was, I just had this the other day and I was kind of shocked what the number was.
Was it like 250?
I think it was about 120 episodes, or no, about 100 episodes ago.
Then that'd be about 250 then.
Yes. I think, here, let's...
That would you have to check YouTube to...
And you can tell by the thumbnails, because I did a different thumbnail design as soon as we switched to here.
Oh, you did?
Because that's when I took over.
Because that's when we upped the production value of what we got going on here.
So that's it should be right around 250. We should see a break in style here. Yep, Greg Panora, 241.
That was the first one?
Yep.
Okay. So 241, 100...
109 episodes ago.
109 episodes ago?
Yeah, that's,
over 2 years in here.
That's kind of cool.
Is that our longest running spot?
It's got to be, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, because we made it through 124 with Tyler, but Tyler went through three spots.
He had the
Main
back
floor,
room,
basement, then upstairs. Upstairs was short.
So there we had
main floor was kind of short. That sweet spot would have been in the middle, but it wouldn't have been this. It wouldn't have been 109.
No, it couldn't have been. So there, over the course of 120 episodes, we had 3 different spots there at his place.
But then we went to your old house basement, and that would have been from like 125-ish. It wasn't quite 125 because we moved around a little bit. But if you said like 130 to when did we start here was like 200. Yeah. Because I know episode 200, I'm pretty positive we were here. So that would only been like 70-ish episodes that we were in your old basement.
Yeah, it's funny looking at these thumbnails. Like I see...
So it would have been like maybe
the first thumbnail where it's a picture of us in my basement is 128.
Okay.
And that probably was the first one because Ryan's in it with us.
Yeah, the 3-man crew in front of the table, behind the table.
So funny, yes, seeing that now.
Yeah.
How just so low. Not that this is like the world's most high production podcast, but that looks very low budget right now. 128.
Yeah.
So from 128 until, because you can tell by the thumbnails, it does take a little turn. Looks like around 175. We were in the basement over here.
Okay, and we would have been there from 175 to 240.
Yes. So yeah, we made it 65-ish episodes over there. So
this
just a little
is our
over a year.
longest running
2 years
spot.
here. Yeah, that actually is kind of surprising because that went quite fast. God, those thumbnails are just funny. See, you had very short hair and no beard there.
Yeah, it is. That didn't look bad with the "Don't Curl in Me" flag back.
No, it didn't. It was fine. There, the biggest enemy was just a yellow flag with a tan colored wall and our light tan skin. It all kind of turns into the same color of nothingness.
I would have guessed that we were in your old house basement for longer than
I know. We weren't in there very
long. Like we did that a lot.
What did we say? 45 episodes? Or
well, you said 128 to 175, so 50.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not that wasn't that many, and that did feel like way longer. Like it felt like we did that a long time.
Yeah, that was just a year?
Not even a full year.
Right. Huh.
Wow. And then that was about a year, and this has been 2 years. This also does not feel like this has been 2 years here.
No.
Yeah, pretty amazing. So, yeah, now we'll hit a
Studio 7.0.
Studio 7.0. We'll hit a new era in the podcast.
Yep.
It'll be different, but we're playing with some things now. That the fact that we're both at a computer, it might add some more to the video because we can do some screen sharing, pull some things up. When we are talking about how awesome the poster is for Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, like if you're watching on YouTube, we can actually pull that up and look at it and discuss it. So,
and even from the testing side of it, I don't think we're going to lose much in terms of what it feels like here versus that. It kind of you talk like that for a while, and eventually it's just like it just seems
it does.
It's just like and like that's just becomes like I do that every day at work. You know, not like for Massenomics, but like I do, and like I start
to has just disappeared so long
right.
ago.
Like it just feels like
there was a point where it's like, oh, okay, I'm talking to the camera on the computer, like
right,
and now it has just, and especially here, even I mean, it is the same thing. You know, we got a camera here, but
right,
well, we're with each other, but I think we've done this so long. I think we'll just be so in the swing of things.
Some of that is a little bit of trial and error. Like it'll improve. Like from our very first one that's like that.
Yes, that is a good point. And we should tell people we still are working out some of the kinks as far as the technical side of things for how we're going to do these and what's the best way. So
episode 351 will be done in some form like that.
Yeah, but like episode 351 to episode 370 are probably going to look somewhat different from each other because there is going to be some refining as far as how the actual production of the video part of it goes. Sound-wise, nothing should ever change. Sound-wise, everything should always be the same, which is how most people listen anyway. So there's like...
Yeah, that's true. We worry about the video side of it, which is actually just like
such a small part of the audience.
Yeah,
so sound-wise, nothing should really be different ever.
Right.
You shouldn't really notice anything. But the video, I think there will be some changes as far as just the production of the video itself, how that part of it works. And then once we get in a rhythm with what we like there, like there'll be some refinement regarding lighting and cameras and things like that.
Yeah.
But those are all just refinements that
because we don't want because we want to ease into it a little bit and introduce more parts. We may go without a guest for just a little bit as we just let's fine tune how the dynamic of both of us and how that video production works. And we're very comfortable with that now. Then it's
so we want to feel good. Plus we're hitting right into the middle of Christmas and New Year's.
Right.
People are so busy for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
That, we probably won't have a guest now until January, but this episode is also coming out almost at the end of December, but there'll probably be a couple week break without guests in here. But, I if you're listening to us, you know what to expect. And
part of with doing something for 7 years, it'd be weird if nothing ever changed, wouldn't it?
If we were still let's say Tyler left and we're still recording in the first basement of my old house and it was exactly that same way.
Right.
That seems crazy to think that would be the case now.
Yeah. So that's things change, it won't be long. We'll have done this for a decade. And that's going from...
that kind of makes my head hurt. Actually,
right. It's when we started doing this, I was 28.
God.
And I'm almost 36 now.
Oh, man.
I'm a lot different when I'm 36. When someone's 36, you're in a lot different...
and we used to do these on Sunday night. Actually, Sunday afternoon, which 90% of the time I was very hungover while we were doing these things.
Right.
Now I go many long periods of time between hangovers, long periods of time.
Yeah.
The podcast and our lives have changed drastically over that time.
But I mean, for all the faithful listeners, I think at the end of the day, it'll just seem it'll be oh yeah, remember when that was different like that? 2 years from now, it'll be oh yeah, that's weird. We used to do it like that.
Yeah, people being oh no, I listen to Massenomics when they recorded in person every week.
Yeah. It is funny though, from the audio standpoint, which is how most people are consuming. You won't even know the difference, I guess. Actually, I haven't even really thought about it that way at all, because we're always just focused on making sure the audio, the video works.
That is the technical hurdle. Is just getting audio is not hard at all. There's no but the technical hurdle is just video with live streaming and guests and all.
That's
that
the
stuff.
other hurdle, is that we also live stream to our supporting members.
Yep. And these things are all, people do all these things. It's just there's a lot of options, and it's all right. Let's figure out what's the best option for us to do it. That's the least time consuming, but also the best quality product. There's a lot of give and take on all of those things. And if time and money and everything was of no concern, I know how we do it, but we do have some time constraints in our lives because we have other jobs and we have families. That is our biggest concern, is we need something that's doable, repeatable every single week without being too much of a headache. But also produce a good product too.
Yeah. What we are fortunate about though is unlike when we first started the podcast, Massenomics makes some money, so it's not a big deal for us to, in the beginning, need to invest in this.
Yes,
because
if we had to do this in the beginning, be why are we spending money on a podcast? It doesn't make us any money, and now it's going to cost us money.
We have a second one of these now. These cost I don't know, $500 or something like that.
$450, I think. For the road board. When we got the first one, it was damn, did we really just buy one of those?
Yeah.
And now it's we should probably order another one.
It's we'll buy it.
It's not even it's not even a
it's
thing
not
to
a
think
discussion
about.
Even. It's just that makes sense. We probably need another one.
Yeah. Yep.
So big things coming in episodes 351 through 700. Massenomics podcast part 2.
So many episodes. I'm just waiting for, you have kids that are older than mine now, but just waiting for the day when my son, because he'll be, he's older than my daughter, and he'll just be oh yeah, Dad's doing this thing where he talks and podcasts every single week. He's it's all I've ever known. Just once a week, he just podcasts every single week for several hours. It's just the way that goes.
My son's 11, and we've been doing it since he was 4. So it is what he knows.
Yes.
My daughter is almost 5, and I've been doing it since well before she was. I had to leave podcasting to go to the hospital when it was time for. It's it is what they know. My kids don't not know don't not understand. Like they wouldn't know what it's like for us not to have a basement in our room that's completely filled with
T-shirts,
Massenomics stuff, like bursting out like into our main room. Like
T-shirts and
why is
boxes
there?
everywhere.
Yeah, there's boxes everywhere all the time, and like they don't know not.
And
that.
the other kids would be thinking, "This is very, very weird. That
Yeah.
this closet exists here."
But Jack loves it. Like he was stoked about the second board because he's just like
Well,
it
it's
just
cool.
looks cool.
They are cool.
It
though.
just he's like, oh yeah, and then just like putting on the headphones and listening to yourself and talking into a microphone. It's like, oh, am I on the radio? Just
every time my family comes down here, they all got to.
he was excited about the
every time.
the buttons. He's like, so can you make him do anything? And I'm like, oh yeah, you can make him do anything.
Yep. Any sound you can grab can go right on those suckers.
Yeah.
Well, anything else to talk about with 350? It is crazy that it went to 350 episodes on the dot.
Yeah.
And also that it basically coincides with the end of the year too.
Yep.
Like out of all the timing that could exist, that's how it goes.
It's pretty serendipitous. I'm not sure what that word means, but it might apply here.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if that applies here, but I don't know enough to argue with you on
What
that.
is serendipity?
Isn't it kind of like by chance? Isn't it kind of coincidental? Is that what it is?
Okay. So this is serendipitous or not?
Serendipity. Let's see. The occurrence, or development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way.
I think this is pretty serendipitous, don't you?
Kind of, yeah. That it was a clean line in that
And
way.
it's kind of in a it's like
I mean, we're still doing the podcast.
yeah.
I guess if it was ending, maybe you wouldn't say it'd be serendipitous.
Maybe like I don't know what is there an antonym to serendipitous?
Anti-serendipitous.
Ah, that's what it is.
Antipitous.
Where's that thesaurus when you need it? Right next to the almanac.
Yeah,
Telling the future.
with the encyclopedias.
Was that this episode that we were talking about the almanac and back to? Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yes.
Yeah,
They all start to blend together after a while, don't they?
it is. It is also 11:30 at night.
Oh, I gotta go to the gym tomorrow. I gotta get to bed here.
Me too. We got some Juggernaut AI to get to.
Those programmed days don't finish themselves.
Do we have anything else we wanted to hit on for this episode then?
I guess I would just tell people thank you for listening to the first 350 episodes. It means a ton. We're so glad that we're not just wasting our time doing this by ourselves.
It'd be hard to do 350 more if that was
Yes, it wouldn't have happened if people weren't listening.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. Please continue to listen. If you're not going to continue to listen, then maybe tell someone else to listen in your place so that we don't lose any traction.
Yeah, spread the word.
And we're going to keep doing this, keep having fun with it, and as long as people want to listen, we'll be here.
Yeah, thank you to the supporters that listen, and then also the actual supporting members that pay to listen, which it's a free service, but they choose to pay us, which that does make me want to keep going more. Also, to be fair, like the listeners are important, and also like that people like it well enough that they choose to like give us a couple bucks a month to continue to
that
do
we
it.
have an active community behind this.
Right.
Really
So
does mean a lot.
That is a good thing.
And if you want to join that active community, massenomics.com/join, you can be one of them.
Not to be confused with Massenomics.bingo. I wonder if we got any bingos this
Very
week.
different. Oh, and by the way, also, you said bingo, and I totally forgot what I was going to say because it's late and my brain's starting to shut off. Now is the time if you are on the fence to thinking about joining, that you're going to want to join now because we do have a little something
for the supporting members. That's something that would go out to only supporting members. So also, if you're a supporting member, this is an important message actually, and we'll put this out on Discord and through other things. But if you're a supporting member and you think your mailing address may have changed since the time that you originally signed up to become a supporting member, if it did change or you think it may have changed, DM us your current address. You don't need to DM us what you think your old address might have been. All you do, send me a message with your up-to-date address. If you think there's any chance that your address is different than
That's
what
on
we might
file.
have on file from when you originally signed up as a supporting member.
Yeah, it'd be when you originally
Not from your
created-
last order.
No, it'd be when you originally created your account to be a supporting member.
Right. If you
And
think
don't go
it's
in there and
different-
change it because that's not where we keep it. We
Right.
keep it in a different thing.
Right.
It's
So-
dumb, it's confusing, but just trust us.
Yeah. So and the reason being because we send some cool stuff out from time to time to supporting members, and we want to make sure we get it to you. So we want to make sure we got your right address. So yes, get signed up. I think there's 3 spots left.
Maybe after this episode, only 2.
Yeah, so hurry. Act fast. Act now.
Supplies are limited.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. You know what else supplies are limited on?
What?
SPUD-ink-straps.com. You can go there and check out their bow tie. Get bow tied. Invented in large part by Donnie Thompson and made popular by Spud Inc. You can get a bow tie in formal or casual. They have a size to fit any of your sizing needs. Big boys, medium boys, schmedium boys. All of you can get a bow tie from Spud Inc. Use it to provide some, I don't know what Donnie calls it exactly what it provides, but it makes your shoulders feel a little bit better is what I'd say.
Shoulder relief.
Yeah, it's not really a
Scapular
posture.
relief.
It's not a posture correcting device. It's not made to be, that's not what it's designed for. But it does, if you experience maybe some pain, discomfort with benching, things like this is one thing that can help that. The bow tie from Spud Inc. If you order $75 or more from Spud Inc., you get free shipping. And make sure to let them know that Massenomics sent you. They are incorporated, and you can find them at spud-ink-straps.com.
All right. I want you to bear with me for a second here, Tanner. Close your eyes.
Bear with me?
Close your eyes.
Okay.
And think, okay, my wildest dreams can come true.
Yep.
Yes, I do, in fact, wish to become an international man of mystery.
Yes.
I'm going to do this, and I need international gear. Where am I going to
Oh.
go? Swisslink.com.
Yeah.
That's right. Swisslink.com carries all of the best gear from, I don't want to mess this up. All of the best gear from classic military surplus uniforms, military issue backpacks, tools, wool blankets, NATO fuel cans, gas masks, emergency food, first aid kits, survival packs, camping gear, probably like sharks with laser beams on their heads.
Freaking lasers.
Yes. I don't know.
So wait, is everything in Austin Powers that now?
Maybe a Swedish-made penis pump too. While they're at it.
Swedish.
And so much more. Swisslink's unrivaled collection and dedication to quality customer service sets them apart from the rest. Now that I have your attention, let me hit you with the kicker here.
Oh, you're just diving right in, aren't you?
Treat yourself to the type of thing that is your bag, baby, with authentic military surplus and save 15% off your first order from Swisslink.com with code MASS at checkout. That's MASS to save 15% from our friends at Swisslink. They will make you an international man of mystery.
Maybe Swisslink could be Adam Sandler movie references.
Go in the hole at Swisslink.com.
It's not poop again at Swisslink. He called that shit poop. That was it. I was going to say something else, but it escaped me.
Well,
I guess
do we
I'll
have over under?
Oh, thank you. Would have been a damn travesty.
It's not midnight yet, so I was feeling so alert and
Let's
awake.
keep it rolling. And I do have a special. First of all, Tommy, you're familiar with our over under game.
Wait,
I think.
how many are there? I got to decide how long I want to go here.
There's 4.
Okay. All right. Yep. Got it gauged.
And because this is your last episode in Aberdeen, I mean, I'd not say last ever, probably, but
in this vicinity.
Yeah, we have a special Aberdeen.
Probably not a lot of episodes coming on the west side of Aberdeen anymore.
Right. True. We have a special Aberdeen version of over under for this week.
I like it.
So overrated or underrated? Storybook Land.
Oh,
Storybook Land.
So
Aberdeen.
It's probably Aberdeen's #1 tourist attraction, right?
Gotta be, right?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Like, what else is there for a tourist
That
attraction?
Rock by Qdoba. Menards, Taco John's, Massenomics Fulfillment
Pizza
Center.
Ranch Buffet.
Yeah.
So it's probably the #1 tourist attraction, and I would have for sure, before I had kids, said overrated because it doesn't do anything for you as a
if you
young
don't
adult.
have kids.
Like, yeah, it doesn't do anything for you as a young adult without children. Now that I've had kids, I do think it's underrated because it's a free park. It's
free bomb ass
just
park
down the
actually.
street
Yeah.
from my house.
Right.
And
And it's not just a park.
It's a park with, like, but it's kind of also like a mini amusement park for kids too.
Right.
And,
there's rides and trains and Ferris wheels.
I totally got it this year. Now that my boy was 2, like he loved it every week. He loved it. There's a train there. He gets to go on a little train.
And even animals. From the parent side, it's not bad. Like
no, it's,
like
it's
they do
pretty
a good
job.
Yeah, it's like
they keep up on the place. They do a good job. So I do think it is underrated. So I said it was overrated. It's underrated. It is. Yeah. It's a great resource. It's a great community resource for kids. I think you'd be hard pressed to find many communities in the upper Midwest in this size, especially, that have something like that available for kids. Yeah, that is essentially free too.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Overrated or underrated? Circus wings. Circus wings.
We actually ordered circus wings last Friday, and what flavor did I get?
Double dipped.
I double dipped. Oh no. My wife got double dipped.
Okay.
And I could
not order the same as
her. Yeah. I could not order the same as her because I want more variety. So she said double dipped, so I went with buffalo.
Okay.
And
mild, medium, or hot?
They asked me that, and I forgot to ask you that, and I did medium.
Okay.
Because I thought she'd want some, so that's what normally I would do hot, but I figured she wants some.
I like medium is the right temp for me that I like the best.
But when she orders wings, the nice part is she basically never finishes them, and
like
she did not finish them, so I got a good chunk of her order. And as much as I love double dipped, I was really feeling the mediums that night.
Okay.
Like I might have actually liked the mediums more, maybe, but I don't know.
It was
double
a
dip were
night
still
thing.
damn good.
Yeah.
They were still good.
Which one do they dip in first?
I'm not actually sure how that goes.
You can't really tell.
No, they look more like buffalo. Sorry,
barbecue.
They look more like barbecue wings, but also the barbecue's darker, so maybe that just overrides everything, you know?
Right.
They were good though. I think they probably are the best wings in town. Mainly because they're cooked so consistently every time. They're always like the right texture and crunchiness.
Yeah.
There's always the right amount of sauce. Like it's never too dry. They're never like absolutely soaked to the max. They're great. Their wings are underrated. And okay, you know how? So I got a takeout order.
Yep.
Hard to take kids to the circus.
Yeah.
That's the name of the bar. Okay.
Yeah, this is the bar.
Yeah, this is the bar. Yeah, we're talking about the bar called the circus. Okay. So we each did a single order of traditional wings, which I think was like 8 wings, I believe. It's about 8 wings in a single order, you know? I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
So 8 wings. So we each got a single order of wings, and I love their home style fries. It's like the thin kind of crispy fries. So those 2 single orders and a side of fries. And when I say a side, it actually comes in its own full container. It's like an order, actually, not just a side. How much do you think that costs?
So the 2 orders of wings with each a side of fries.
No, just
2 orders of wings and the
order of
container
fries. Yep.
$25.
Damn, you're pretty good. It was like 24.
Yeah.
But we thought for sure that'd be 30 for some reason in our head. We thought, all right, single order. Each single order is going to be $12, and then the fries will be like $6. And we were thinking, yep, like this will be about $30.
Yeah, my math was like 10, 10, and 5.
When they said like $24.50, I'm like, really? That's all that is, huh?
Yeah. Wings can be pretty expensive.
But that's basically what it costs to eat at McDonald's.
That's true.
We ate Subway the other day because we're in a hurry. We're moving, doing shit. You get Subway. You get a foot-long and a 6-inch and like a meal for some chips. It's like $24. And I'm like, this is like not even food.
Yeah.
And I paid the same thing for like delicious wings.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
Subway.
Hate that. I think that's isn't that their marketing slogan?
That's what it is now. It's not the guy anymore that molested kids.
Yeah, not the diddler.
What did he do? Did he molest kids?
I think so, wasn't it? Wasn't that what he did?
Jared. Okay. Overrated or underrated? Wiley Beach.
Wiley Beach. I too think Wiley Beach is a touch overrated.
I don't think it's rated all that highly, to be fair.
That is the thing. It's not, well, maybe I do need to reconsider that because it's not rated highly.
No, I'm not criticizing your choice.
No, It is overrated. I'm not.
So could you explain Wiley Beach, not to be confused with Storybook Land, but adjacent to Storybook Land?
Because these things are all in a park that's called Wiley Park, and in Wiley Park there is this Storybook Land, this little magical place for kids.
Yeah.
There's also I'm
Man-made
assuming
lake.
it is a
Yeah.
man-made lake, yeah. And it's, I mean, some places might call it like a pond even.
It's a big pond.
It is big, like
A
if
tiny
you're,
lake.
If you're gonna walk around the whole thing, it'd probably take 25 minutes, 30
Yeah,
minutes.
I suppose. Yeah.
Like I'd drive out there. I actually go for walks
for a
all the time
bike
out there
ride
with my
out
dog.
there,
Yeah, and ride my bike out there. And I mean, it's nice to do that. But the beach itself,
There is a sand beach.
there's a sand beach and it's big. It's not like very nice sand. They don't.
How long has it been since you've been like into the? Have you been into the water at Wiley Beach ever?
When I was a little kid.
Okay, so because I would have been many times when I was a little kid, but I wasn't
they
sure
used
if
to have
you
that
guys.
slide out there.
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, I don't know why you would really come here to go to
Well,
Wiley
because
Beach
my
though, from
aunt-
where you're from.
well, my
Oh,
aunt
that's right.
lived in town, and so like
Yeah.
we'd come when we were little kids. There was a couple times where we get to go there because there's this big ass water
Yeah.
slide out there.
Always seemed
which-
like you're gonna fall off the side of it.
See, and it was so young that I don't remember it
Okay.
very well. I just remember thinking it was really, really big.
Yeah.
But like something like that might make that more exciting again. But also, the lake is like a major hibernate or a migratory spot for geese.
Yeah.
So the amount of goose shit in that thing is probably insane, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of a grody lake.
Yeah. Well, and there's no flow to
Right,
the thing. It's
exactly.
like it is what it is.
Yeah.
And anytime you have a body of water like that, it's always a little stagnant, a
Yeah.
little icky. So. Yeah, as far as the beach, it's not. I guess maybe you just want to like do some tanning. Maybe it's fine. But even the sand, like, so when we go out there, I'd like to take my boy out because on the rocks all around the beach, you could see snapping turtles and stuff.
Yeah,
and he thought it
yeah,
was so
it's fun.
cool seeing these.
Yeah.
And then you could walk out on the dock and you could see fish in the water. And he thought that was cool. And when you do that, you'd walk in the beach, but it's this rock hard sand. Like it
Yeah.
hasn't been like groomed or raked in any way. And it's basically like almost at this point just cement with like little rocks on it.
If they could facelift the beach part of it,
That might
there,
do
would
something for
actually
it.
Be helpful.
And if they did that, and then maybe if they had like, I don't know, like music playing or something, maybe that'd
Yeah.
get people more excited to
yeah,
go.
because
But
people don't go to it really.
no, they don't.
Like
But also
you see people there like all the time, but people I know don't go to
no,
it.
they don't. They
Yeah.
don't. And the bigger problem is just the body of water is not
Yeah.
desirable.
My son likes fishing because they do
Yeah, you
plant
can
fish in
out
there.
Yeah.
So he does like fishing there.
You know what beach I went to this year that I'd never been to before was the beach out at Richmond. Have you ever been to that thing?
Yeah, yeah.
And it has like those giant steps. Like
Yep.
each step is like 2.5 feet tall.
Yep.
And there's like 5
It's
of them that
kinda
lead down to
cool.
the water. Yeah, I went there. I used to have a boat, so I just go to the lake with my
Right.
boat, you know. But now that I don't have a boat, I have to go to the beach like a
normie.
regular ass person.
Yeah.
And went there, took my boy, and I thought, how have I not been doing this all summer?
Yeah.
This is cool. It was nice.
Yeah.
People were like chilling and listening to music and drinking beers and
Right.
hanging out.
Right.
And there was some other little kids running around, and he had a great time. And that was kind of my regret because I went like, I think it was the end of August. Like, I'm glad I did this now to where I will not
Won't
come
do it
here
again.
again now.
Yeah, yeah.
But that one did pleasantly surprise me, actually.
So Wiley Beach,
Overrated.
overrated. Okay.
But what about Wiley Beachers?
Wiley Beachers, that's what you say when you're at Massenomics Gym and someone asks you
We're-
what you lifting today. You say Wiley Beachers.
It's arm day.
Wiley Beachers means arm day because you're getting your arms buffed so you can go show them off at Wiley Beach.
Yep.
That's a classic Massenomics Gym reference that almost everyone that's been around for a while knows what you mean if you say you're
But
doing
some
Wiley
of the new
Beachers.
guys probably don't know
Some
that.
of the young bloods don't know. If you're listening,
Wiley
now
Beachers.
you know if you're doing arms and if you're in Massenomics Gym and you're doing arms, you're not doing arms, you're doing Wiley Beachers.
Yep.
Because you get your pumped arms,
Get the
then you
gun
take
show
them to
going.
take them to the beach
Uh-huh.
and show them off. Wiley Beachers.
That's what it's all about.
Classic reference. That reference is underrated. Absolutely. Doesn't apply in many places outside of Western Northeast, South Dakota. But
No, it does not.
okay, last one. Worth all the marbles. Oh, I just thought of a wild card. I'll save it.
Oh, well.
Don't want to throw them under the bus, maybe more than we have over the last several years, but it would be a good one for Aberdeen. But you can just use your imagination
I
of what that one
you're
was.
saying.
I think we've ran them through the ringer enough over the years. I don't need to give everyone more ammunition on them. But if you're a fan of the podcast, you know what the thought that I had. But overrated or underrated, the zoo bar. The Zoo Bar. World famous Zoo
No,
Bar.
I think you got to say underrated. That's maybe even a controversial point when I say that.
Locally, it would be.
I think a lot of people would be like, "Oh, really?" I think it's underrated. It's fun. Like, there's not every small town needs to have like a good party bar to keep its nightlife cemented, and that is the anchor of the party scene in town.
Yep.
It's definitely a lot of like bad shit that goes on there, but I had some of the funnest nights of my life there. God, I probably used to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month there. You know?
Yeah.
Go there every Friday and Saturday and stay till
ATM machines.
stay till when they turn the lights off,
Closing
kick everyone at
time.
2, and then we'd almost make a game to see how long we could actually just stick around in the bar.
Just make you eventually they just have to
they would
push you.
actually kick us out.
Like, it is this thing that closes in you. They just slowly start hurt. Like,
all the lights are on
Yeah.
and they start harassing you, but
Yeah.
then eventually you just start joking around with the people kicking you
Yeah.
out. Well, they know who you are because you go
but
there
yet
all the
they're
time.
still kind of like,
They're like, all right, you assholes, come on.
Yeah.
And then you start talking with them, and then pretty soon they're like, all right, you're kind of just hanging out with us now.
Yeah.
We used to like stick around way too long. But I have some.
You got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Let's go.
Oh, I used to hate it when they do that. Especially if you're like in next to him and you're like trying to get stop screaming at me.
200 people in front of me. I'm not the problem here.
I hate it. Like, that was like nails on a chalkboard when they scream "Let's go" like that over your shoulder. I'm like, oh, dude, don't let's go me right now. We are going. We can't do any more going than we're doing. I hated that. Like, that. Just even you saying that reminds me of it so vividly.
It was almost a meme, honestly,
Right.
that they were doing it.
It's like, stop trying to ruin my fun right now, dude.
They've just had a lot of really, really good times in my life there. I've also had some not so good times, but I've had way, way, way more good times than not good times.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and they've made efforts to. When was the last time you were inside it?
I think it's probably the day that you got married.
Oh, really? Oh, it's changed drastically since then. So you haven't seen like their outdoor patio or any of that?
What would have been after? Would it have been our first Massenomics gym party? Was that after? Were you married by then?
Oh no, the first I wasn't married until I
okay. So that would have.
I don't think we had a party that would have gone down there.
I thought they had the patio thing kind of going when we went there, though. Like, I remember it seemed much nicer in there.
Yeah, it's even changed a lot since then.
Okay.
We occasionally will go for food once in a while, but even
I've heard
that's been a
everyone
while.
says now, like, the popular thing to say now is actually.
Yeah.
You start the sentence with actually because it would seem surprising.
Well, because 10
actually,
years ago, no, people would have thought you were insane.
Right. So you say, actually, the zoo's food is actually pretty good. You maybe say actually even twice.
Yeah.
Just because, like, to emphasize the fact it's surprising that
for the most part,
is good.
talking burgers and wings.
Right,
And
but
their wings are totally fine. Like, their wings are good.
Would you say, actually, the zoo's food is pretty good?
I would say that, yes.
That's what I've found people say now. And I haven't
would
had
say
it in it. I'll tell you what, I've thought now many times maybe we should, like, I'd like to go get food from the zoo to see how it is. Because actually, the food at the zoo now is pretty good.
In the summertime, though, they do got a cool patio because, in that space between the two buildings.
Yeah, between the Last Chance bar.
Yes, they
or
built
that's
an
not that
exit.
anymore.
It's all fenced in. They got the turf down. They got the picnic. As far as things go in Aberdeen, it's about as good as a patio as you can get.
And it's
around
got
here.
top shelf.
And it has top shelf.
And shot bar.
Has top shelf and a shot bar. One of the only bars probably in South Dakota that has a shot bar on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And that is the secret to getting any dance floor packed at all times.
It always worked
have
for
a
me.
shot bar on your dance floor, and it always keep your dance floor busy and your shot bar busy. It's a win-win.
I don't think I ever really liked dancing, but I would find myself there every single weekend.
Oh,
for
that's just where it's like, I don't know where to go. I'll go hover around. The amount of time I spent. Actually, my wife talks about it too. The amount of time
you spend in line at the shop bar.
But also in that back corner by the shop bar. That's where we would just go. Like, that was our spot over there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We just love to sit in that
like by
back
the
corner.
stairway.
Yes, by the stairway to the top shelf between the shop bar.
That's a good spot.
It is. It's the best spot.
But would you ever go? So not back corner by shop bar, back corner by
the
DJ booth.
No,
no.
That's not a good corner to go.
It's not.
Because, like, I don't know. It's just
that's just not where you would hang out.
Also, no one was over there.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't the action.
Sometimes
and the fun.
there was people over there.
Was there a door over in that one, or was the only door over by the shop
No,
bar?
I think it's the doors by the shop bar. That's also how anytime I left the zoo
Oh,
prior to
that's how you
close,
get
I
out, yeah.
always left out that door. That's actually how I Bardini'd almost every time I went there.
It's the easiest
Because
spot in the world to do
that alley then just it's
Yep,
like
you're in the alley,
Peter
you're
Pan,
out.
just look for the North Star and fly 6 moons to the right. I just get in the alley, run a few blocks, go right, left, and all of a sudden you'd be at the house we lived in at the time. I'm like, works every time.
It does.
Yeah. I'm home. I didn't bring a coat. It's -20.
Yeah, sometimes it was actually just quicker if you had to pee. Well, you could go pee outside, but
Yeah.
sometimes it was quicker just to pop out the back door, walk around to the front, go to the bathroom in the front of the bar, than just try to walk through the whole bar. You know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
tried that, but that's
I did it a few
yeah,
times.
that's
It's
a
like, I
funny
gotta
idea.
piss. All right,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and walk through everyone in the bar. I'm just gonna go walk out the back
Right.
door, walk around the front of the building, come in, boom, I'm ready to go.
I kind of have a feeling of wanting to go there after talking about it all like
I
this,
know.
but
Got all romanticizing about
Yeah.
the magic of the zoo.
yeah.
But if you come to the Massenomics powerlifting meet, there's a good chance you could experience
up
it
there.
firsthand.
Yeah.
Summers are a little different for the zoo because it's very much a college bar. Aberdeen's college population does dwindle quite a bit in the summertime.
That's true.
So summertime vibe at the zoo is always a little different.
Also,
than-
like Christmas vacation vibe
Yes.
is different.
like September through about now is one vibe.
yeah.
And then like middle of January through May is a whole nother thing. And then May through August is a different thing.
Yeah.
I always thought, like, to me, one of the most exciting times was always about like April, May. Because when you're out in
Yeah.
college, that's when everyone's really starting to like check out.
Right.
And the weather's getting nice. You know, it's starting to be daylight until
Right.
like 9 o'clock, a little later. And people are just like excited to be out and doing things again. I always thought that was a fun time of year.
Yeah. My favorite zoo bar times were probably post NSU, post college basketball games.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever it was
That
like
would always
college
pack the
basketball
place.
night. Yeah. It was always a
Yeah,
big
people
night
would get
there.
pumped.
And like a lot of times the basketball players would come even after the game. And it was just, I don't know. It was just a lot of fun.
Ryan was trying to get Kevin and a few of us to go for 2-for-1s the other night because they
Do
still
they still do that then?
Yeah.
So 7 to 9 on Fridays?
7 to 9, 2
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the time hasn't changed.
Twofers.
We used to, it was funny how often it would happen. We were like, oh, 7 to 9 or twofers, like maybe we should go.
Yeah.
And so you'd be like, okay, it's 7:30. We'll pop in for just a couple. And then you're sitting there, you're having a good time. It's not too packed. They got some good songs playing and they have
Yeah.
the screens down so the music videos are going and you're like having fun watching the music videos. Twofers are about done. You're like, okay, let's just order a few so we stash them. And then so you
Yeah,
have your,
yeah,
you have your
yeah.
like your pile of twofers sitting
Yeah.
there. And then all of a sudden it's like 10 o'clock. And you're like, God, we're kind of having a good time. Oh, so-and-so showed up. Come sit at our table.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, it's 2:30 in the morning. You're like, damn it. I was just at this bar for 6 straight hours. How did that happen?
You know what? Especially towards the latter end of my zoo bar days, and it would be fair for everyone locally to describe periods of time by the zoo bar days.
yes,
Like that would be
yes.
everyone would know it if you say that. They're like, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying when you say that. But towards the latter end of my zoo bar days, we would always go for twofers all the time,
And then you leave.
and then we leave.
Yes.
We would leave. And twofers is when it's less busy. Actually,
You can just walk in anywhere, get a table.
right.
sit down.
Well, and what we
and the
did,
music is turned down a
Yeah.
little bit. Like you
Yeah.
can still talk.
yes,
Like later on, it turns into, they try to do more of a dance club vibe where you can't talk. Like you
yeah,
literally can't hear.
So we would always go for twofers, and we would always belly straight up to the main bar.
yeah.
which is also
When you
like
have a crew
I
of
never
people,
used to
that's
do
fun.
that.
That's
yeah,
fun.
It'd always been like, oh, you get a 4-person high top table down by the close to the dance floor and stuff, and then we started just belly like you, and then you just take over that entire. Everyone has to walk by you, and you're like the crew of drunk guys all together that everyone else has to like get by every time they want to go anywhere. And it's just like you get, like it's just
Yeah, well, and everyone sees you because you're at the bar. so
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
walks in.
and you see, you have your eyesight on the dance floor, the people that are coming in the door, like it's like a good eagle's nest point of view. And we always used to sit on the north side of the bar.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Yeah. 'cause,
know,
yeah. You see everyone walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and face that direction, and that became my favorite spot. And then if you get enough people, then like you consume those high top tables behind there and the bar space, and you just have like that whole area. I don't know if it's laid out like that. I assume that's not really
it still
different.
is. I think
Yeah.
they changed the down on the lower part. I think some of the tables are in a slightly different arrangement.
And then
but-
you get there's like raising and there's slight level changes, so you're always tripping on shit. You know, like
Keeps you guessing. You walk in up a slight ramp.
Yeah,
you're kind of at a spot, but then like halfway down, there's like 2 steps.
Yeah.
But then there's also the top shelf that's up like 5 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Levels.
all very subtle levels.
Yeah, that's a Seinfeld episode. That's like the first one of the first Seinfeld episodes.
Haven't seen it.
Kramer has this great plan for everything, build like an apartment with all levels. Levels, Jerry. Levels. I don't know. Seinfeld reference.
Yeah.
So the zoo is
I think it's underrated.
okay.
I had
Underrated.
almost nothing but good times there.
Good news, Tommy. Just adding it up. It's midnight, and it looks like you passed.
Holy,
overrated,
it
underrated.
is.
Yeah. So do you got anything to
damn.
give yourself for passing?
Oh, do I got something?
Cool beans.
Maybe one of these. No. Yeah, there we go.
Did it to him. I think we should wrap this one up. It being midnight.
Bring it on home.
Serendipitous that it's kind of midnight.
Or
right
should
now.
we get into it?
Well, I think we already dove right into this one. Tommy, where do they find you at?
You can find me at tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. Just make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.